Hello and welcome to this month's Beginner Guitar Academy show. Every month I do an Academy show, going over what was released in the previous month within Beginner Guitar Academy. Also go through member wins, guitar anniversaries, and crown the member of the month as well. Also I finish up talking about what you can expect to see in this month in Beginner Guitar Academy as well. So if you haven't checked in the Academy for a little while, or you haven't seen the member weekly newsletters, this is a great opportunity to see what you've missed and know where to find it. So let's jump in and start by welcoming the new members. So welcome to all the new members. I just want to quickly show you where you want to be starting out. You will normally get directed to this anyway, but just in case you haven't or you've missed it, it's at the top here. So you want to click on the start here. This then takes you to the new student checklist, which just walks you through a few little steps which guide you around the website. It shows you the community, the classes, the riffs, songs, all that kind of good stuff. And then when you finish that, it then pushes you to the next class, because classes are the main path through Beginner Guitar Academy. These are like classes you have at me with my offline guitar school. About half an hour long each one of these classes. Each one gives you warm-ups, skills, and songs. Everything you need to become a good guitar player. As you're halfway through, you hit the progress check and you send me a little video just so I can check in and make sure you're not developing any bad habits and developing good technique. At the end of the level, we do then a level assessment, slightly longer video, demonstrating the skills and techniques from the level. And if you are of the required standard, then we finish this level and open up the next level of the website. But you have to send me the level assessment to be able to do that. The other levels are locked down until you have finished the previous one. I've had a few people ask that question. I'll finish level 1, all the things are green, everything's ticked off, but level 2 isn't open yet. It won't be until I've seen that level assessment because I manually open it. So just bear that in mind, guys. But that's where I want you to go. Go to start here. The first kind of step is in the community. So you click that. And in the community, then just click on Start New Topic and just write John from Ohio at the top, see your name and where you're from. And then in this section, just who you are, how long you've been playing, what sort of music you like, what your goals are. And this gives me just an opportunity to chat with you, find out what your goals are, direct you around the website, and obviously then be able to help you reach those goals. So really important you introduce yourself in the Academy community section, just so obviously I know who you are and know how best to help you. Next thing is member wins, and congratulations to the members who submit their progress checks and level assessments. You can see I had quite a few progress checks in February. So well done Brian, Christopher, Tony, Philip, Martin, Scott, Morgan and Rob, who all finished their level 1 progress check, and Ari, who finished his level 2. And congratulations Pam, Raj, Don, David and Ryan, who finished their level assessments. So well done Walter and Mariusz, who actually joined Beginner Guitar Academy in the same month, February back in 2021. And Beginner Guitar Academy had really only been open a few months at that point. It's just over 2 years old. It had been around a little bit longer than that, but I'd only opened the doors to kind of Facebook friends. We did a very soft launch, beta launch. So it really launched in end of 2020. So Walter and Mariusz are kind of the OG BGA students, and Martin has been here a whole year, so he started back in 2022. So congratulations guys for hitting that 1 and 2 year mark, and thank you for your support and keep rocking hopefully for many more years to come. Next is Member of the Month. And Member of the Month is David Flynn. So well done David, Member of the Month, because David has been very active. He finished his level 1 assessment, which you probably saw in the member win section just a moment ago. And he is every day posting in the community, updating his practice log, really committed to the guitar and really active in the community. So well done David for becoming Member of the Month. So now let's talk about some Academy news. So what was released in February in Beginner Guitar Academy? So if we scroll down, you'll see the recently added section. This always has what's recently obviously been added, and the two things that came out in that month were the song study and the workshop. So if we look at the song study first, we've got Don't Look Back in Anger by Oasis. Such an awesome tune, and I've got all the resources on top here. I've put some live versions of videos in there just so you can have a look at it and see how, you know, they're playing these different live versions, look at different embellishments for more advanced players and get some more ideas of how you could play the song or change it up a little bit. Then resource, got the strumming sheet, chord sheet, got the tab for the solo, backing track, everything you need basically to really get this song down. Then the video where I'm going through the song. If you look at the little player line here, I've broken it down into different chapters. So you can see, you just scroll across there and you'll see all the different parts of the video. So it's quite long, 43 minutes, but I take you through everything for that whole song. And then underneath, you can then ask any questions. Well done for Colin, he actually recorded himself playing it as well, which is a really cool thing to try and, give yourself a bit of a challenge to do. So that was our February song, Don't Look Back in Anger. Now, if we go back to our recently added section, we then had the workshop, learn to play 10 3-chord songs. So this is obviously great if you want to get some more songs in your repertoire. If you're just starting out, these only also got 3 chords, so not super mean, so nice ones to start with. And you can see the range of songs is great. We've got Wild Thing, Three Little Birds, Chasing Cars, Boundary Rising, all the up to Folsom Prison Blues by Johnny Cash. So a real good mixture of songs. I'll go through the riffs as well in some of them to give that kind of variety and that little bit of next level stuff. So yeah, some really, really cool tunes to have a bash around. And that is, again, in the Academy for you now. So just click on workshops at the top and you'll see all the workshops, loads of great workshops now, guys. If you haven't checked out the workshop section, definitely do. So much in there now. And it's right at the top here, so learn to play 10 3-chord songs. So that was all of the content released in the Academy. So now let's look at the podcasts. So the podcasts for February, first one was how to build the habit of guitar practice. At the beginning of the year, I released or announced 365-day practice challenge. I did obviously practice every day throughout 2023. But most Americans, this is the stat anyway, their New Year's resolution basically breaks. They fall out of the habit at day 32, which is around the time I published this episode. So it's all about how you can then keep the habit going, some ideas, some strategies to keep rocking so you are going through the whole of the year. So that's really good one to look at if you want to get the habit of practice going. That'll give you some strategies to do that. The next one, learn fast with the rule of 3. The idea here is to play something 3 times in a row without any mistakes. If you make a mistake, you make it slower, shorter, or simpler. So it's 3 steps to make it obviously easier. If you get it right 3 times in a row, you may make it longer, you make it faster, you make it harder. So the rule of 3 is really powerful to help you practice and to optimize your practice. So make sure you're not going around in circles, give you a bit more focus. It's so simple, but really, really works. Then fix your rhythm playing problems. I noticed in a lot of the progress checks, level assessments, people are finding the rhythm hard. We're making a lot of mistakes. So in this episode, I go through some ideas of how to fix that. So some real good steps there if you're having problems with your rhythm. And last one, 5 guitar playing fundamentals you must know. So I can't remember what I was watching or reading, and it was all about the fundamentals of something and how if you get the fundamentals down, that's kind of, the battle won. If you can get those fundamentals really locked in. So it got me thinking, what were the fundamentals of guitar playing? And I've got 5 in that episode for you. If you focus on them, you won't go far wrong and you become a really good guitar player because of it. So there we go, guys. That is all the podcasts. That is all content that was released in February in Beginner Guitar Academy. So now let's talk about what's coming soon. So what you can expect to see in March in Beginner Guitar Academy. So our song study is Redemption Song by Bob Marley. Really fun one to play. Great little riff. Really nice little strummer. A little bit simpler than the other 2 I did in January and February. We did Hey Joe. We did Don't Look Back in Anger. They're harder songs. You might find you're still working on those, so I want to give you a slightly easier song. And we'll basically rotate, bigger, harder songs to the more simpler strummers, just so you've got a little bit more time on the corner, the big epic songs. 1 month might not be enough to really get them down. Then we've got office hours, so we can jump on a Zoom call with me for an hour, ask me any questions, live. We can then go through any problems you're having. Really enjoying the office hours, really enjoying chatting to members and getting to know everyone a bit better. And we've got 2 for this month. We've got March the 12th, which is a Sunday at 9 p.m. GMT. And then we got March 22nd, which is a Wednesday at 9:10 p.m. GMT. So that one's a little bit later because I'm teaching that evening and I've given myself a 10-minute buffer to kind of pack away and get everything sorted. So if you haven't already, jump on those office calls. Hopefully you've used Zoom already. If you haven't, download the app to your phone. It's pretty easy to use. And then jump on there and we can basically hang out for an hour and you can ask me any questions. And then the end of the month on March 29th, we have the workshop and that's going to be Beginner's Guide to Slide Guitar. I've had a lot of requests for a workshop on slide guitar. So hence why I thought it'd be a really good one to do. And I'm going to talk you through everything you need to know. The slides, different types, why I'd use glass over metal and ceramic and stuff like that. We're going to go through techniques and then put it together into a few songs. So it should be a really, really cool workshop, especially obviously if you're interested in slide guitar or just want to try something new. It'd be a really good workshop just for that. And there we go, guys. That is it for the Academy show this month. Obviously, like normal, any questions, let me know in the Academy. You can let me know in the community. You can hit that support bubble whenever you like. I'm always here to obviously answer your questions. and help you out. But thanks so much for being a member of Beginner Guitar Academy. Thank you for your support, and I'll chat to you in the Academy real soon.